This episode was definitely aftercare for the beating that we got last week. I'm still on vacation, so the B-roll here is going to be really shoddy, but there's no rest for the X-Men. If you have not seen this most recent episode, please, it's time to dip. I love that the opening does some legwork for the introduction of these two because they know we're watching it. Cue that with the opening scene where we're reminded just how cunty the original animated series is. Especially after season 3 when they started to go to space, things just got really wild. And just like those later seasons, this episode does not let up on the gas. I don't think the youngins realize how hilarious it is that Ronan called Deathbird a pigeon, because right now it's 1997 where that insult was slung to hot girls like this all the time. And that's why he got a heel to the face, because he don't know how to act. Love the quick reminder that Gladiator is him and will always be him. Seeing Charles in this suit just reminded me of Drake and his man BBL. Like, who does he think he's fooling? Clearly not them. To do a close-up of this woman's face because this is so funny. Old girl is over it. She's over all these shenanigans. And I agree that this woman is a scallywag and would be a terrible leader. She definitely ate when she called Earth ghetto. Like, currently, as she's speaking, Earth is being ghetto. I didn't appreciate Charles trying to gaslight her into thinking that like Earth was less drama than the things she had going on there. Because the second he opened up a connection with the people on Earth, he was brought straight into the drama. Like, her brother is not giving them grief anymore. I had to give my man, the professor, some propers because this is excellent power scaling. Like, yeah, he's from the ghetto, but he was able to bring in all these powerful members of the Imperium into the astral plane in a second. Like, they didn't even know what was going on. But just like Alandria said, his family was going to get him in trouble and do nothing but bring him back to grief and terror. I love that this episode explored the mystical elements of Storm's powers, because in the comic books and even in this show, Storm kind of straddles the line of like deity and mutant, even iterations where she is a descendant of the Sorcerer Supreme. This fear monster using a casket to terrorize Storm is a testament to the writers actually paying attention to the original show, because Storm's claustrophobia is often used as a plot point to humanize the character, and it's a big part of her story. There's an episode called Slave Island where she's put into a like box and she screams for what seems like hours. And then the second time that Bishop pulls up, he brings in a super sentinel and it puts her under rubble because they know that that's an easy way to disarm her. I could put that clip right here.
Help! Storm's claustrophobic.
I had this clip on already because I love what a team leader Cyclops is. Like, look how sweet he's being. He's so concerned. And although she overcomes this fear, she never completely gets rid of it. And I think that's so realistic for someone with a claustrophobia or any type of phobia. Like, it's a fear that you cannot get rid of, and I love that they keep it. This scene was really beautiful, and I'm glad that Storm finally got her powers back. I just thought she was gonna get 4C hair. Like, imagine how impactful and freeing this scene would seem if she was amongst the clouds with a cloud of like white hair above her, and her like finally accepting who she is by like getting that kit out of her hair, because she African. We know what's up. This man is 1000% sending Grand Rising text to this woman every morning. I gotta say, I'm not mad at this relationship. Like, more power to them. I just feel like they would be insufferable at parties. This episode was pretty good, but compared to everything else we've seen this season, I would say it's mid. Overall episode of television, I would give it a 4 out of 5 Frankie Flames. But for an episode of X-Men 97, 3.5 out of 5 Frankie Flames.